To me, I have been many places, all it's in Jesus, but my joy. Okay. All right, so we kicking off in a minute. Right. Hello. Looking for my share. Boy. Oh, why shouldn't be back? That's Christ. Hello. Hello. So, good evening, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me, guys. Good evening. Please, let me know if you can hear me. If you can, um, let me. If I can share my screen right now. Okay, so let's share my screen. Okay, you can hear me. You can. Crown. Good evening. Crown, are you the one that is supposed to? I'm supposed to fund your account um for the for the bot. 'Cause I've been looking for that person. I don't know if you are the one. Or it's another person. I'm trying to remember the person's name. Good evening, Mr. Ono. Okay, you can hear me. Cool. Thank you. And my screen very visible. So we'll kick off. Okay, you're not the one. Okay, no problem. So we'll kick off in a bit. One of the things I want us to look at today is last week, was it last? It was last week. I actually dropped a short video in the group where I mentioned the mark Euro USD and Pound and AUD USD. They're about to take off. Let's go there. Let me go and look for that video. Give me a minute. Let me look for the video. I don't know if you guys took advantage of that pair of that trade. Let me see if I can look for that video. Let me share again. And also, all right, let me quickly look for the video. There's a video I shared here on. Okay, so these are the trades, but let me look for the video. There's a video I shared here on. I think that was on the 8th. This is the first one. This is the first. This is actually the first video. That was on the 8th, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, sorry, on the 9th. So if you can listen, so this is a video. This is the if you notice, this is me on AUD USD. So that was on the second. That was 2 weeks ago. Yes, it's not last week actually, it's 2 weeks ago. That was no, sorry, it was last week. 2/9. I can see the date is right here. So this was when AUD bottom out, and then I dropped this video I dropped it in the WhatsApp group. I dropped it in also the Telegram group. This was when we only had this one candle that I just pulled back at the close of the week, and I was saying that we're about to go up. I don't know if anybody took advantage. I think some guys took advantage of it. If I go to my AUD USD chart on the weekly time frame, let me remove this one. That was on the weekly time frame. You will see that candle. You see that we had only this one candle then in that video. If I go back to that video, so okay, this is a video. Give me a minute though. So this is a video. We had only this one candle, and the price since then has moved up. So that's why it's very, very important that you pay attention. Especially when I drop some video. Sometimes I'll just drop a very short video. Sometimes maybe sometimes I'll drop a chart. Even if you don't want to trade that pair, you can just go and look at it and be following it. And that's a purpose. But if you have the opportunity to jump on the trade, why not? And then you can see the trade after I took the trade. You know, initially my stop loss was around there, but immediately we had this breakout. I moved my stop loss up to this point. All right, this was on Euro USD. I dropped for AUD USD and Euro USD, and then you can also see AUD. This is AUD USD. All right, then on Wednesday, when we had CPI, what happened was until before that CPI, I took out some profit from this one, and I left the remaining to be running. So that was on Wednesday morning before the CPI news. But after that CPI news, price came down and took me out. I think I wrote it there. Then I entered back again. All right. I am still holding some of this trade even till today because I expect that trade to actually keep moving up. and this Euro USD, I'm still holding this one too. So I just wanted to, I just wanted to share that to let us know that it's very important to pay attention. Sometimes you don't know, you never can tell when the market will take off. So having said that, let's continue for the week. For DXY, if you remember, that was like 2 3 weeks 4 weeks ago when we were looking at DXY, that I was saying that DXY is about to keep coming down. That's the dollar index. If we go to the weekly time frame, you will see that we have since then been coming down. And there's so many things that is contributing to why the dollar is coming down right now. Fundamentally, technically, we are actually at the point of reversal, technically speaking. But fundamentally as well, um, the monetary policy that is going on around in the US is doesn't really is looking like we're going to be having a weak dollar, especially with the new president. The president of Donald Trump. He's been calling for he's been calling for low interest rates, because he's a money guy. And he knows no low interest rate is going to really favor him. It's going to favor his business, it's going to favor stocks, it's going to favor crypto, it's going to favor a lot of things that he truly supports. So for me, in the next coming weeks, I expect the dollar to keep pushing down. But overall, if you look at the DXY, you will know that the dollar is overall super bullish. The dollar has been very, very bullish. And that bullishness is not going to stop, it's not going to stop today. So we are likely to have a pullback into this zone. I'm expecting a pullback into this zone. So before we start seeing um before we start seeing the dollar reverse, I'm expecting a pullback into this 50% um Fibonacci retracement. We are likely to see going forward. We'll be looking at, in the next coming weeks, maybe the next couple 4 5 weeks. I'm expecting the dollar to keep pulling down, to keep on pulling back into the zone before we continue that uptrend. All right, so that's my summation on the dollar. Technically speaking, all right, we should pull back into this zone, into the 50% retracement. If I go back into if you look at the dollar on the monthly time frame, you will see that this pullback is looking massive, like I said. So, but for me, going for a 50% retracement into a 50% retracement, 50% retreat Fibonacci retracement into this zone around there for this swing structure, I'm expecting price to pull back into this zone. That's for the dollar index. I won't say that. Let's look at what Bitcoin has been doing. Before the end of this webinar, you want to stick around. I'm going to be sharing with us a pair that is good is in the next coming weeks. I'm already in the pair. I'm already holding the position already. I swing trade all these pairs. And I prefer to swing trade them because it gives me a lot of peace of mind. Instead of day trading. Day trading is very stressful. Trust me, I've day traded for a while, and I can tell you. So these days I've been doing a lot of swing trading. I just enter a trade, I just let it run. I do my thing. Sometimes maybe I'll check it once in a week. Sometimes maybe 2 times maybe once in a day. Sometimes maybe once in 3 days. It depends on when I have time to check. All right. It gives you a lot of peace of mind. So Bitcoin for BTC USD, Bitcoin has been doing a lot of ranging between 108 and the 90,000 price range. And I expect that in the next couple of weeks we should break out from this range. I mean, for the past 3 months, we've been ranging around this zone. And then you see that in the last couple of days, Bitcoin have formed support around $94,000. It comes here and bounces, it keeps coming to around that area. So I'm expecting price to break out from here any moment from now for Bitcoin. But if you've been following me since for some couple of days, for some couple of time, you would have heard me say so many times that I'm holding some Bitcoin positions since around that $20,000. But I've been holding those positions for more than 3 years, and I've started taking some profit. I've started de-risking on Bitcoin. Although I expect it to keep pushing forward, but sometimes you just want to take some money off the table. So price has been ranging around this zone for a couple of weeks. As you can see if I go to the weekly time frame, you see that we've been in a range. And Bitcoin does this a lot. If I scroll down, we were in a range around there too, around that 26,000 and 15,000 area before we broke out. Also, we are in a range between around 31,000 and 24,000 before we broke out. So same thing around this zone. So Bitcoin always do that a lot. It ranges for some time, and then we have that massive breakout. So I'm expecting, a breakout from here to if I put this line, because most times, where price ranges around a zone for too long, for some time, when it breaks out, it creates the same movement around that, from the low to the high of that range. So price should be coming to around that, say, 124,000. I'm expecting price around this area, when we eventually break out from this zone. All right. So for gold, let's check gold. I know we have a lot of gold traders in the house. Let me drink some water. So for gold, um, I think 2 weeks ago, the last time we had these live meetings, that I was saying gold. I think gold has not broken out from this range when we had the meeting, but eventually we saw gold broke out from this range. Gold has broken out from this range, and the reason why gold broke out was because before now, when the Federal Reserve said they will not be cutting interest rates so soon, everybody rushed to gold. At that time, dollar was just pushing up. So everybody, rushed to gold, and a lot of people were just pumping money into gold. But right now, we saw some profit taking last week. Why? Why did gold, pull back from here? Sometimes you want to also know, apart from technically speaking, you also want to know what is going on fundamentally. Last week, the Federal Reserve promised to, they didn't say they are going to lower interest rates, but they promised to keep interest rate the same, and also to kind of slow down in their monetary policy. And I think there was a news that they will start printing money as well. And with Donald Trump also saying that they will need to be releasing, that he wants them to cut interest rate. So a lot of people started jumping out of gold. So we saw this, I think it was on Friday, we saw this massive sell-off. So for me, what I always do with gold, although I've not traded gold in a while, but if I'm going to jump on gold, I don't like selling gold. I like for gold to come down. I'll wait for it to probably come to this area before I start buying. All right, that's my position on gold. But if you like to take risk, you want to wait for a pullback before you sell. That's for gold though. You want to wait for a pullback, maybe around this area, around 2,900. Then you have your stop loss above the 2,950 zone. Then you take a sell. All right. You don't want to sell here after market open up today. You want to wait for price to pull back a little bit. And that way you are actually limiting your risk. You're actually reducing your risk of losing money, because gold can be very volatile. All right. So that is that for gold. So another pair I want us to look at AUD USD that I spoke about earlier on 2 weeks ago, and you can see that it has actually, we have a very strong support around there that has formed. So for me, AUD USD is about to take off. We are about to continue up to this upside. Whatever you do this week going forward, You want to avoid selling AUD/USD. You want to wait for it to come down. Like if you go to the daily time frame, you will notice that we have our second swing structure has formed, and I'll explain what I'm. If you see my video on a basic market structure, if you have not seen the video, you can check on YouTube. I think I posted it, and I posted it in the group so many times. I have the video on YouTube. We had that class for almost a month when we're talking about market structure. So you see that price already do this. We already have a sweep of the previous low. So we have the first break of structure. This was last. I think this was last week. Sorry, this was last 2 weeks thereabout. We have the first break of structure. All right. Then we have price come back into the zone to take out this low. So we already have a protected low. If you attended that class, remember we talk about protected low or strong low. So we already have a protected low. Price has from a protected low. So price has pulled back, and now we have another break of structure. So what you expect to happen, you expect price to pull back, into this zone for the second time, but price will not come all the way down. Let me take my fib. Normally, what price would do. So now from year to year is our new swing structure. So you expect price to come into this 50% Fibonacci retracement. Will price do this? Price will do this. Will pull back into this zone. Either tap into this thing, into this 50% retracement directly and continue that uptrend. Or sometimes, if the market really wants to bless us, price will do this. Will come into this area, into this 50% retracement, and then do this, and then continue that uptrend. All right. So I'll be looking forward. I'll be adding to my, although I'm still holding some AUD/USD, but I'll be adding to that position if I see price do this. So 90% of the time, price is likely to pull back into this 50% retracement before continuing that uptrend. But sometimes, in some rare cases, price will not come into this 50% retracement. Price will just break out from there and market open. At that point, what you want to do is you want to wait for a break and retest. You want to do this. All right. You actually want to put your counter trend line. So you wait for price to break out from here. That is if price didn't come into this zone, you want to wait for price to break out from here and do this, and then you jump on that buy at this zone, around this zone area. But I'm hoping that we have price coming to this 50% retracement before pushing to the upside. So I still expect Euro USD. AUD USD. If I put my fee from this from that top, that's our major swing structure from this about since the last four months thereabout. So I expect price to come into this 50% retracement, into this area before we crash. So from here, we still have about another 400 pips going forward from this zone for AUD/USD. Like I mentioned, whatever you do this week, avoid selling AUD/USD, except if you just want to scalp. But what you want to do for AUD/USD, you want to wait for price to pull back and then you take a buy. Either it pulls back into this zone, then you jump on a buy, or it breaks out from this zone, you wait for a retest and you jump on a buy. So I'm just sharing with you what I'm looking forward to doing. Same thing with pounds USD. Pounds USD as well. You can see that already average well identified. If I go to my weekly time frame, you can see that pounds USD has officially bottomed after 4 months of crashing. It has officially bottomed. So right now, what I'll be looking for going forward, the same strategy I'll just share with you on AUD/USD. What I'll be looking for going forward for pounds USD in the next couple of weeks is buy. It's a buying opportunity. I'll be waiting for price to pull back and then I'll be jumping on the buy. Waiting for a pullback, jumping on the buy. A pullback, jumping on the buy, or a breakout and retest and jumping on the buy. That's what you want to do. You don't want to mess around trying to sell, because clearly in the short term, in the short term for pounds USD, the trend has actually changed. We already have a reversal. But overall, as you can see on my weekly time frame, pounds USD is over is bearish. And so price right now, if you look at my, let me draw another trend line. My inner trend line, this one right here, is that price coming and pull back. So I'll be expecting price to come into this zone in the next couple of weeks or months going forward, and then we're pulling back, dropping. That's this for pounds USD. So, but for now, and at this zone, I'll be looking for buying opportunities. I'll be waiting for price to pull back and I'll take a buy, or price break out from this zone and then drop on a buy. Same thing with Euro USD. It's the same structure. It's the same structure with Euro USD. If you look at it on the daily time frame, you will notice that we have a sweep of this previous low. We have a sweep of this previous low. Then we have our break of structure, right? Then price pull back into the zone. And then, although we didn't break structure the second time, so this high is what I'll be looking for this week. All right. Price should pull back a little bit into this zone before we break that high. All right. Or another, the same thing, just the same thing with AUD and pounds USD. We see price breakout from this zone. If price doesn't pull back, you wait for a breakout and a pullback before you jump on the buy. Whatever you do, you don't want to buy at resistance. Don't jump on a buy at resistance when market open. Let me give you one original. After market open, let price do what price wants to do. Most times, you want to wait for you want to allow London session to pass, Asia session, let it pass, London session, let it pass. Then you wait for US New York session. That was New York session most times, maybe that will be around 1 p.m. Nigerian time. To you want to wait for price to now. At that time, you would have clearly see what price wants to do. I don't bother myself jumping on a trade immediately market open. I don't do that. You want to wait for price to actually come to you during the New York session. You clearly see that price is about to push. So for me, for majorly for the USD pairs, I want to wait for price to pull back, and then I'll jump on a buy. Now, the pair I'll be talking about that I'm expecting 500 pips to in the next couple of weeks is NZD USD. NZD USD and AUD USD going forward. If you go to the weekly time frame, you also notice that this pair has also formed a bottom. I mean, it has formed a significant bottom around 0.55. I see that it has taken out this previous bottom at 0.55. So right now, last week we had a breakout. I'm holding this pair. I think I shared it in the group. Let me go and I think I shared it in the on WhatsApp, and then where's that pair? I shared it on WhatsApp on my NZD USD. Wait. Okay, so this is the pair. I'm already in this trade. I think I'm already up by almost 120 pips on this pair. So I'm already holding NZD USD. And I'm still going to be holding it in the next couple of weeks, because it just formed a very strong support, just like ADS. But I'm expecting it to break into this zone properly. If you go to the daily time frame, you will see that the same structure. It's the same structure. We have a sweep of this previous low. We had a break of structure, and the price pull back into the zone, and then we have another second break of structure. So I'm expecting price to do this in this when market open before we continue to the upside. So you want to wait for price to come down before you jump on a buy, or you want to wait for a break of this high and retest, and then you jump on a buy. All right. So this is one of the pairs. I also believe AUD USD also have another like almost 300 pips going forward. Also, another pair that is about to really um pull a lot of pips in the next couple of weeks is USD card. Where's USD card? All right, so USD card is about to also do the same. See that USD card really pull back. As a matter of fact, USD card in one of my accounts, I jump on this sell. I've started taking profit around this area last week. You can see that if you go to your weekly time frame and you go and check, uh, price for USD card has not come here in the last 5 years. The last time we had price come here was in 2020, and this is the all-time high of USD card. USD card has never come here before. And what actually sparked price coming here is when Donald Trump say uh, announced the 25% tariff increment for the Canadian goods that are coming into the US. So we have price, jump all the way to this area. Price has never come to 1.47 before, and it was a massive pullback. Sorry, it was a massive jump. But then immediately they call off that tariff. We saw this massive pullback. So, and I expect that price to keep pulling back into this area. You see where I have my trend line. I'm expecting price to come into this zone before we continue the uptrend. So from where we are right now to this area, we should be seeing let me see. I mean, that's almost like that's about 500 pips. That's about another 500 pips to this zone. All right. So it's the same structure for other USD pair, but just that in this case we're going to be dropping. So I'll be adding to my positions going forward. If I see a pullback, I'll actually take another sell for USD card. I'll be looking for an opportunity to sell USD card more if I see a pullback. So I'll be selling into this zone, to this area. And because USD card overall is a bullish pair, if you look at my chart on the weekly time frame, I mean we've been pumping like forever. So any pullback eventually, pullbacks for a pair that is this bullish is just a retracement. But if you're going to see a retracement that is, I mean, it's going to take 500 pips, why don't you just jump on it? So I've been in this trade as well, but I've started taking profits, last week because it took a while, more than a month. If you have been attending regularly the Life Weekly webinar like this, you would have heard me talking about USD card. If I go back to to my chart, in fact, I was holding this pair for more than a month. I was in a sell from here, and price keep just doing this. So when it broke out from this rate to the upside, I was in a lot of drawdown on that account. So, but immediately I see a reversal, I jump on that sell, and I've been holding it. But after I taking profit, though, I've taken massive profit. I'm just holding some, hoping that if it comes back, I'll sell more. So that is the story of USD card, and I expect it to keep dropping. So going forward, if you want me to look at another pair, let me know. Just drop it in the chat box. And if you have been following me, let me know. You can drop it in the chat box. If you want me to look at another pair as well, just drop it in the chat box. Also, if you have not joined let me quickly talk about our AI, the robot that we are using to trade. I can see some people in the group that have joined that class. We have a like another WhatsApp group where we are sharing the opportunity on the how you can use that bot to trade. As a trader, personally, I like to diversify my portfolio. And that's why you see that I trade crypto, I trade forex, I trade stocks, but I don't trade stocks heavily. I just trade it by the side, Also, and also, I also use bot to trade, and I've been testing that AI for some time, and it's been working marvelously well. If you have not joined the WhatsApp group, maybe I'll join. I'll drop the link in the on the various groups so that you can join us. All right. So if you have the opportunity, I'll advise that you subscribe to the software as well, so that the AI can be trading for you. You open an account where you put the AI will be trading for you on that account while you are also trading manually. All right. So it kind of give you help you to balance your portfolio. All right. So having said that, so let's quickly look at USD CHF. If you want me to look at any pair, because I'll be rounding up very soon, USD CHF is also what? It's also crashing right now. And what you want to do as well, as you can see, you want to wait for pullback and sell. And USD CHF, whatever you do, avoid buying it all, except you just want to scalp it. Because if you go to the weekly, you will see that we have a massive pullback. Last week, we have a massive pullback for USD. And then you can see the amount of pips that when price came here in 2024, April 2024, it was a massive crash. It was a serious crash. All right. USD CHF is a bearish instrument. So you expect it to really crash as dollar is becoming weakening more and more. As you can see. So if you put your two trend lines, there's the first one, the inner trend line, the first one, and the outer trend line. The outer trend line. So you see that price is looking really, really down for this pair. So this is not, the next couple of weeks for USD CHF, you should be looking at 600, 700 pips. All right. I'm expecting price to come to really, really crash to this zone, to this area. So for USD CHF, it's about to rain pips to the downside. So you want to wait for pullbacks and then you sell. Just the same idea. If you go to your 4-hour time frame, you'll be able to see properly that price. If any pullback is an opportunity for a sell. All right. Any pullback is an opportunity forward for a sell. I'm expecting price to take out this low very soon. So price will pull back and then you want to jump on a sell. That's for USD CHF. All right. So I don't know if you maybe lastly, if you want me to look at any pair, let me know. Then lastly, let's look at GJ before if there's nobody want us to look at any pair. I think I've really touched majorly most of the pairs, except for maybe if I've not touched any new one. For the JPY pairs, they are looking super bullish. If you look at GJ on the weekly time frame, this is super, super bullish. This is super, super bullish. For the JPY pairs, we already bought on. This is and we are sitting on this support. We go to the daily time frame. I think this happened on Tuesday or what? Okay, it was on Monday. It was on Monday, yes. Where we bought on our price, just took off. So if we have price come back to this zone, I really, really love it so that I can jump on and buy. If I see price around this area, I'll be waiting for it to jump on and buy. As long as this support holds, I'll be looking for buying opportunity for GJ, maybe around this zone. If I see price pull back, I'll jump on and buy. Or I see price break out from this area. I'll wait for break and retest and take a buy. That's for GJ. All right. So if you look at Euro JPY, same thing, same structure on the weekly time frame. Price is screaming buy, 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 buy. All right. So maybe I'll be calling it a day here since nobody's asking. He doesn't want us to look any other pair, so we'll be calling today. But going forward, this week we'll be having some webinars on how to set up your AI to trade. We'll be having a regular webinar, and also, yeah, that reminds me, opportunity for you to make money by the side of the AI software that we are selling. We have created like an affiliate for everybody. If you want to start promoting the AI for everybody that you bring it to the and they subscribe to the AI to trade, you get 30% on the first level. That's the first person you bring in, you get 30%. On the second level, you get 12.5%. On the third level, you get 12.5%. That means on that suspicion. On the third level, you get 12.5%. On the fourth level, you get 12.5%. Up to the fifth level, you keep getting 12.5%. For anybody in that your generation. All right. And also the beauty of it is that we built it in such a way that anybody you bring in, as long as they are using that software, you get paid forever. So it's like a recurring, because you subscribe to it. You can either decide to subscribe to it per month at $30 per month, or subscribe to it per annum at $150 per annum. So, and each time the person subscribe to it, you get your 30%. All right. If the person is your direct referral, but if the person is your second generation, you get 3.5%. All right. And there's so many other benefits that we're going to be talking about the AI. The AI so far has been doing wonderfully well. I mean, I've been using it for over a year. The developer of that AI, who is my friend, has been using it for more than 5 years. 2 years ago, that AI did over 120%. Last year, I think it did about 40%. As we speak this year, from January to now, it has already done about 4% thereabout. So it's a very wonderful software that you want to take advantage of. Even if you don't have money to subscribe to the software, you can share it with people in your community, your friends, your family that they trade. You can share with them, and when they subscribe, you also get paid. All right. And when they talk to their friend, you also get paid. All right. So it's a wonderful way that uh, we have developed it so that everybody can benefit from it one way or the other, whether you are using it directly or you are sharing with other people to use it. All right. So I'll be calling it a day here. If you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you do so. Subscribe to this channel, like, share. So and then everything we have shared, I don't what I've noticed with people is that they just forget. So make sure you follow those peers. If I mention any of your peer, make sure you stay with it, you stick with the chart and you are looking at it. You are looking for opportunity for the dollar pair, for pounds, AUD, USD, Euro USD, NZD USD. You want to avoid selling them this week. Any retracements, any sell off on those pairs is an opportunity to buy. So you want to look for a buying opportunity. All right, I'll see you during the week. Have a beautiful trading week.